You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
I'm not one to really delve into your personal life, you know. You know, we're friends, we're basically family now.
Where's this guy going? Where's this guy going?
You been on a date? Like looking a bit fly tonight, you know, little checkered shirt.
Where is this guy going? I knew he was going somewhere, man. Nah, man, you know, look good, play good, whatever. You know, all the good stuff, all the cliche stuff.
You say, you know, I don't look good. I've got a vintage Dolphins jacket. This was a Christmas present I got on Sunday from my sister's boyfriend, Shaq. Shaq, he's a Rams fan.
I was about to say, yeah, you won the Super Bowl. He feeling magnanimous. He want to just give stuff away.
I feel it's only right to kind of get him a, you know, Super Bowl winning T-shirt or something like that, you know, just to thank you. But yeah, maybe I might need to start wearing some flannelled shirts to kind of, you know, you can't be the only one looking good on this show. So,
but you got the beard though, so you beard gang. It works. It even out.
I've had this beard since I was maybe 12, 13. Had to cut it off for work when I worked at McDonald's. But apart from that, yeah, this is natural. There's no products, no nothing. I just wake up in the morning, beard.
Hey, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got my co-host Kadeem Simmons with me. As always, for the fans and by the fans. Y'all ready? What you got, Kadeem?
Question for you is would you class Mike Gesicki as a tight end or a wide receiver?
Hey, if we going by the words of Mike Gesicki, it's not even National Tight Ends Day. It's National Big Slot Receiver Day. You know what I'm saying? So he's really a tight end, though. He really is. But we use him as a receiver. I think he was in line how many times this year? 17% of his snaps? Something like that?
I can let you know that actually. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. This was his stats this season, so I don't have percentages, but this is where he lined up. And a lot of it is in the slot. He is basically a big slot receiver. It's in the reason obviously I asked is because his contract runs out basically has run out. He's still a Miami Dolphin, but you know, he could be a free agent if the Dolphins don't tag him. There's some talk that he's going to, or not going to. He deserves a wide receiver tag as opposed to a tight end tag, given you know he is a big slot receiver. But at the same time, it's one, do the Dolphins franchise tag him? Do the Dolphins extend him? Or do they let him walk? And it's interesting listening to what the coaches said. Have you heard the coaches' availability?
I heard a little bit of it.
So one of the things they said was that I think it was John Embry. Excuse me for not knowing. That's bad of me. But he was saying the one thing the tight ends need to do in this game is block. And we all know Mike Gesicki can't block. Now, people could say, well, you know, this is the coaching staff to improve his blocking. But it's also a matter of the one thing Miami fans have asked since we drafted Gesicki in the second round was that let's use him like he's meant to be used. And if we're asking him to block, we're kind of not getting the best out of him. So, given what they've said about that, I guess given what Mike McDaniel has said about coming in and getting the best out of the players in the building, using them to their strengths and stuff like that, do you think we should keep Mike Gesicki, and what do you think will happen? Two separate questions.
Mike Gesicki, my dog, man. Listen, when everybody came at Mike Gesicki Dome and his rookie season, and everybody was showing him the door, and why did we draft him so high? He's not doing nothing. He's a bust. Everybody called him a bust. And Mike Gesicki was talking to Hunter Long this year, preseason. Hunter Long dropped the pass, and he was just telling Hunter Long, like, bro, like, don't worry about it. There's one pass in preseason. Like, you got a long time ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? He's my dog. But business is business, bro. And I hate to do it. And if we ever get Mike Gesicki on this show, ever, one of the first questions I'm gonna ask him is the post conference, the press conference in the game. I can't even remember the team we lost to, but it was the fumble late in the game, and everybody, it looked terrible. It was the worst. It was no organization on the offense, and he was running in motion, and the ball hit him, and it hit him,
that was the Bills. End of half. Was it the Bills? End of half against the Bills. They're in literally the red zone.
Yeah,
and the emotions, and you hit him because I think after someone asked him was like a jet thing sweep.
He said was that supposed to be was that supposed to be intended for you? He says, and Mike Gesicki says, do I look like the jet sweep type of guy to you? With a straight face, dude said, do I look like a jet sweep type of guy to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was I needed that in my life, bro. I needed the comic relief. But to answer your question, bro, you got to tag dude. Now, this is where it gets a little malicious. Like, not only do you tag him this year, and the good thing why you tag him, the reason why it's good to tag him this year is because you get to see what this coaching staff can do with him. As opposed to, listen, man, this is the NFL. Coaching staff should be able to break the mold, work with what you got, make everybody look good, make everybody better type thing. That's what you're supposed to do. Maximize everyone's strengths. You don't have to go find a Kittle prototype, because guess what? There's only one Kittle in the league. Even Darren Waller does not play like Kittle. Kelsey doesn't even play like Kittle. There's only one Kittle. So for everyone saying, oh, he's nothing like Kittle, nobody is like Kittle. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing about tagging him this year would be you get to see what it looks like in the system. You get to see what the offense can do with him in this offense, in the scheme. The coaches can do with them in the scheme. And you have 1 year to do it. The franchise tag for tight ends, bro, is like $10 million. That's it, bro. It's like $10 million. I think it's the lowest outside of a special teams player. Is the lowest. And the tag for receivers is $19 million. So I wish there was some medium there where we could just, here goes X, Y, and Z. Here goes a couple dollars. But the game is the game. And one, we get to find out what the Dolphins can do with him, what his coaching staff could do with him, because we know what he could do. We know who he is to us. And I just got to believe he got to get more targets now. Like, you got to give this man the targets, bro. He has to get the targets. So he's going to get off. I wish we could just take care of him and pay him the whole contract. And like, yo, man, we just appreciate you being a Dolphin. We want you to be a Dolphin for life. I think he wants to be a Dolphin for life. He was one of the first players to come step up the bat for Tua. You feel me? When everything was hit the fan, and when the world was coming down on Tua, Mike Gesicki was the first one to actually go public. Like, yo, that's my dude, man. Like, that's my guy. So, unfortunately, though, we got to tag him, and he's going to play on $10 million. It's $8 million more than he had last year, and we get to see what he's going to do. But
I have a loaded question for you. Do you think? I don't say do you think he was used well, but do you think he was used enough last year?
No, he was underused. He was underused
compared to how he was used previous years in Miami.
All right. So every year he got more usage. Every year he gradually got more receptions, more targets, more yards, more everything. Every year he got better, got better. But the coaches could not maximize his skill set. And we said this on another episode where they went to him when it was critical. Like, oh man, it's bad. We got to go to Mike. 3rd and 2, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 15, 4th and 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, instead of waiting until it hits the fan and the game is on the line, why can't we just give him the targets he deserves? Why can't we just make him the most targeted receiver, most targeted tight end in the league? You know what I'm saying? Why do we always wait for 3rd and forever or 3rd and crucial? Like, bro, we could use them in not so crucial downs. You know what I'm saying? And we're always behind the sticks. Everything adds up, bro. The old as someone said, I think Chris Adams came on the show. He's like, oh, why we run a college offense? Why is Tua operating the college offense? Like, it's not Tua, it's the O-line. RPOs help the O-line. You still got to get it out fast. So y'all remember Fitzpatrick, even when Fitz was starting behind the same O-line, he was the second. He had the second fastest release rate in the league. Second fastest behind Ben Roethlisberger. And then Tua came in and he had like the 3rd fastest in the league. So it's not the quarterback, it's the O-line. So that affects everybody. That affects why Waddle ain't going for go routes all the time like we thought it was. You know what I'm saying? So I imagine this scheme's going to get a lot better. So to finish answering your question, I think they're going to tag him. Matter of fact, I know they're going to tag him. Now, whether they tag him...
Hold on, Charlie. Give me 2 secs. Hello?
Hey, we might have to... Hey, look, y'all see Kadeem?
Yeah, come here.
You see Kadeem?
I'm on a podcast, but I literally said... No. I literally said, this is what's happening. You're going to come into the episode and get involved. And I was like, if this happens... they might ask you to come back every single time.
Who we got? That's Mom Dukes?
Mom.
Come bring Mom Dukes to the show. Mom Dukes to the show. Hey, Mom Dukes. How you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. You?
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm good. You're better looking than what he said.
Hey, thank you. I put on my best for you today.
He said you got a face for radio.
No, he said that. I knew he got jokes like that. He might have said something like that. I knew there was a chance you might pop up one day, so I had to put on my best for you.
You're looking kind of cool.
Hey, I appreciate you. I was in London not too long ago, like a couple months ago.
We never came and saw me.
You know what? Next time I got you, I promise.
You do that. I'm a very good cook. I'll cook for you.
Oh, see,
so I'm a good cook.
I know Kadeem can't cook. It's cool.
Yeah.
You can take a spot on the show if you like.
No, you don't want to do that.
So literally, we've had Jordan on the show, Wiley, you. It's only Simone.
Really? Okay.
And Dad as well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll come and do a guest spot one day. It's lovely meeting you. I hear all about you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Good things. And you, my darling. You take care.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Hey, check this out. We finally did it. We got as many times as we say it's not scripted. This show is not scripted. It's never scripted. You know what I'm saying? We just so happened to catch Kadeem's old girl, or what we call old girl. We from South Florida. We call her old girl. Kadeem's mom makes an appearance on the show, and when Kadeem,
I literally called it last episode or like episode before. I was like, I'm telling you now, my mom is going to be on this podcast. I just knew it.
Bro, you could have just hit mute and talked to her, and then I could have just kept it going, improvise.
Yeah, but everyone's now seen my mom.
So I got a face for radio, Kadeem.
You know what? Even if I said I never said that, you would never believe me.
It don't matter, bro.
Listen, my mom stirs the pot. It's something we all do as a family. We all do that. So she was never going to come over and say hi, how are you, how are things. She was always going to lie, always.
This guy, man. Look at you, man.
If you had a face for radio, we would not be on YouTube.
Hey, since we on YouTube, share, like, and subscribe. Please hit that share, like, and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And at Go Time Dolphins on all social media platforms. But look, let's get to it. Mike Gesicki, I think they're gonna tag him regardless. They're gonna tag him, and whether they tag him and keep him and see how he plays this year, or see, it's not about how he plays, see how they can use him this year, or they tag him and trade him and just go straight. You know what? We're either gonna spread it out or we're gonna run it, or we're gonna do both. And Mike isn't a part of that equation. I gotta believe, bro, when you get a talent like Mike who has the best hands on the team, literally, that's not something you just part ways with willingly. So you're gonna get a free year, a free test run. Is basically you get to rent him. He's part of he's your guy. You know what I'm saying? So and you get to see what it looks like moving forward with him.
So I'm not one to really get involved in Twitter arguments, Twitter discussions. I've tried to really rein it back and say, you know what, these people are talking. I don't need to impart my opinion on it. But the one thing surrounding Mike Gesicki, which really, really bugs me, are people saying, don't pay him because he can't block. And it's like, you do understand that these, I'm not going to call them hybrid tight ends, but these tight ends who can catch really, really well and block really, really well are rare. There's a reason why everyone wants one, because barely anyone has one. Listen, if teams had tight ends like George Kittle and all that kind of stuff, then George Kittle, I've said this before, George Kittle wouldn't be George Kittle. And to me, the tight end room has a bunch of diverse talents to mean that you could keep Mike Gesicki and not have him block. He himself sees him as a big slot receiver. So if he's on the field, the chance are you can have a linebacker, opposite him. Let's use that. I had the stats up earlier. Let me get them back up quickly so I can, talk through the stats as I am doing this. But as we mentioned, his production has gone up every single year, apart from this year. His touchdowns went down, but you can see that he was targeted 112 times last year, 73 receptions. No, that can't be right. There's no way he targeted that many times. It was targets. Wow.
No, yeah, it was.
Yeah. But we both agree that he was underutilized, that we could have targeted him more.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times where, he had that drop touchdown against, I can't remember who it was, but he's in the end zone, hits him square in the face. Next play, I think Matt Collins gets a touchdown. All good. Him having 2 touchdowns to me makes no sense. He should be someone in the red zone. We target him early and often. Didn't happen. Is what it is. But I can't imagine Mike McDaniel coming into the building with seeing these players and saying, you know what, I'm going to let Mike Gesicki walk out the building. I know Mike Gesicki is a massive believer in Durham Smythe and wants to see him get paid. Miami had the cap space to pay Gesicki, Ogba, and Gesicki. We'll get to Ogba at another point. But yeah, people that like don't pay Mike Gesicki because he can't block. That's just stupid to me. If anything, you don't pay him like a top end tight end, but you pay him. You basically pay like a big slot receiver. Like there's like no two ways about it. And I know I've said on this podcast, and it shouldn't be the reason why you keep someone. If he goes to a Green Bay, go join the Chargers. If he joins a different team and absolutely balls out, that's to Miami. This is someone who clearly has the talent. And listen, like you said, he has the best hands on the team. The chances are we're not going to keep Preston Williams. Yes, we get Lynn Bowden back. Devontae Parker might move on. If he doesn't, he isn't healthy enough to to be a regular in the starting rotation. Why are we getting weaker for? Do you know what I mean? If we let him walk and he gets paid and plays, we get a 3rd round compensation pick next year. Really? Like, no, let's not do this. To me, I'm not going to say it's a no-brainer to keep him. I do think there's obviously a conversation to be had, but if I'm him, I'm staying. If I'm him, if I'm the team, I'm keeping him. And as a fan, if I need to get rid of his jersey, I'll do it.
Very good, Junior Grasshopper. We appreciate you knowing what time it is. So, if you remember when Fitzpatrick was on the team, Fitz played with Mike Gesicki for 2 seasons. And there was a legitimate stat. The first week of the first week of the 2020 season, Mike Gesicki had the most touchdowns or red zone touchdowns in the league. And that quickly evaporated, obviously. But he was the most targeted person in the red zone in the NFL for 13 weeks, something like that. It was the wildest stat. It was one of the, it was one of those made up stats. You know what I'm saying? But it was still his though. And it was over all the wide receivers you could think of, all of Devontae Adams and Hopkins and all them boys. It was still his stat, which was cool. And it was always that skinny post to the goalpost from Fitz. I knew what play was coming. It's so funny to me how the defense can never know what play was. You just knew y'all boys didn't study film when you seen Mike Gesicki lined up in that slot right there. So yeah, I would like him to get more targets in the red zone. And you said Parker might be out of there. Preston is 1,000,000% out of there. There's no reason to keep Preston Williams on this team. There isn't. He's always hurt. Never played over 8 games in his career in a year. This is a fact. Never played over 8 games in his career, and he drops 50% of his passes. What are you on the team for, bro? You know what I'm saying? What are you telling me we can't find somebody, another undrafted rookie, to at least give us exactly that? We can't find somebody else to do that for us? And that's the bare minimum. I'm pretty sure we could just draft his replacement, but if we don't want to use the capital, we could certainly find a undrafted dude out there to take over for Preston. So you got to look at the dynamic of the team. What are we going to do? Are we going to be this run-first oriented team to bring that extra safety down into the box so Tua could get a better look at the DBs? Or are we going to be this balanced offense where we got a couple dope receivers and we got a running game? If I'm being honest with you, bro, I don't think there's no desire from this coaching staff to air it out. I think they legit want to make it look like San Fran, where the quarterback just can't lose the game, which Tua is better than that. He's better than just a game manager. But if that's what they want to go with, I don't mind it. And then we could prove ourselves on the way. But, there's joy on the journey. There's no destination in sight. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl. But if that's the route they want to go, all right, cool. But I don't see this team saying, look, let's go spend $20 million a year on Calvin Ridley across from $18 million a year of Allen Robinson. I don't think they're going to do that. Now, what they could do is get one of them boys. They're going to get a legit receiver, a number one. Again, a number one that is an X, because Waddle is that dude. He is that dude, but he's a slot receiver. Everyone knows he's a slot receiver. So you're going to go get a true X, and you're going to have Waddle. And that's all you're going to need. So outside of your true X and Waddle, it'll be nice to have Gesicki. Now, if you're Touche, you're going to want to draft someone. Well, you don't have to draft him. You don't have to spend capital on him. But you're going to want to, same way we had Albert Wilson behind Waddle, you're going to want someone more dynamic than Albert Wilson. Just in case Waddle goes down, it's a real easy plug and play. You know what I'm saying? So if Waddle goes,
Lynn Bowden.
Nah, that's not good. Lynn Bowden can play on the outside. Lynn Bowden can play inside and outside. So that's Lynn Bowden's versatility is very good, actually. And we're going to get into this, probably after the draft or maybe after free agency or something like that. But my plan for Lynn Bowden would be to list him as a running back. That way you can have 6 receivers on your roster. So you have 6 receivers and 4 running backs. 3 of them will be running backs, and the 4th will be Lynn Bowden. So now when you have Mac Hollins could be your special teamer, like he is. I think Mac Hollins is a captain, by the way. You know what I'm saying? He's a special teamer, and you have 5 legitimate receivers on the roster other than Mac Hollins. Now you have 6 if you have Lynn Bowden as a running back. So let's just take a like a, you know, what happened?
Who do you think our team captains were this year?
Team captains this year, one was Mac Hollins, one was Clayton Fejedelem, one was who was our offensive? Well, I guess there was 2 special teams. Jerome Baker was one. No.
Nope.
That's all I got. I got Clayton Fejedelem and Mac Hollins. I know that for sure.
Jason McCourty.
Okay.
Landon Roberts.
Okay.
Jesse Davis.
Hey, go get your mom again, bro. Don't be coming to the podcast giving us this type of information. Go put your mom back on the mic, bro. Come on, bro.
I remember when we announced our team captains and everyone was like, Havertz 2 and not team captain, all that kind of stuff. And bro,
I mean, Xavier Howard not a team captain either. Like quarterback, I'm not on that the captain thing. But I'm just saying. So
so very quickly, I think it turns out that basically whoever wants to be a team captain put themselves forward, and the team pick from there. It was just like, this isn't a big deal.
No, I don't think that's how it works. I think
no. Apparently that's what the Dolphins did. Guys put
that's not how
forward.
You should pick captains, though. So that's already a problem in the institution. It shouldn't happen like that. But listen, back to the receivers. You go get a 1, and you put someone on the opposite side of that 1. For this conversation's sake, we're just gonna call it Allen Robinson. Just for this conversation, he's a free agent. He's attainable. He's not going to break the bank. You go get Allen Robinson. You have Waddle. You have Gesicki, and now you need to have a true Y. You're not going to have Mac Hollins starting your number 2 receiver. That's not going to be a thing. Now you could draft your number 2 receiver. I got some receivers coming out in Touche's 24 this year in the draft. We got some pretty good picks. Like, I like the Dolphins to grab a real legit receiver. So you'll have Allen Robinson and a receiver, then your wide receiver, then you have Waddle, and then you have Gesicki. You good to go. Now behind them, you got Lynn Bowden, you have Mac Hollins. But my thing is, I would like to have a replacement for Waddle, another slot receiver that, like, he would legit take Albert Wilson's place, but better than Albert Wilson. And then now you have all the depth in the world. And what I'm saying, when I say he needs a backup Waddle, I'm not talking about you go spend a first-round pick on this backup. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you go spend $9 million on them either. I'm not saying go get Juju Smith-Schuster and put him on the bench. I'm not saying that. But I like Isaiah McKenzie. I would love to have Isaiah McKenzie on this team. He was like the 5th receiver in Buffalo, and he played in the slot. He played behind Cole Beasley. I would love to have him on this team. He has fumble issues on punt return, kick return. I think you could overcome that, but that's something he could be returner, something that we need, but he could also be the back of the Waddle, and that's something that we need too. So that money that you were going to pay your boy Preston, nah, bro. We could give it to Isaiah McKenzie, or we could just go draft somebody like a Wan'Dale Robinson in the 4th round, or Calvin Austin in the 3rd round, or give me another one. Calvin Austin the 3rd. There's another one I got coming out. But yeah, man, there's a lot of options. I got a question for you, and this is off track a little bit. Would you be interested in a trade for Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley?
No.
Neither one.
No, neither. Not at all.
Why not?
The Dolphins have. Listen, every player is unique. Every player is individual. But the Dolphins have enough injury-prone players to add more. Like, I just don't see the point. It's a matter of paying what you're going to pay. Right, this mic needs to be sorted out. Paying what you're going to pay for both.
You got to get a
both
pop
players.
screen.
Yeah,
Pop
and
screen.
I tried to put this on there. It doesn't fit. It's my other one, so I'll figure it out.
It's a pop screen. It's that circle thing that you.
I'm saying,
into.
yeah. I'm saying that. Yeah.
Any music artist out there that has a microphone at home and they have a pop screen, bro, everybody knows it's like the worst smelling thing in the world. Like, what, bro? Why does pop screen smell so terrible?
Where's your pop
but
screen?
Go ahead. I don't have a pop screen because I know how to talk into a microphone.
Mom.
I was just saying, boy, like, go ahead.
Yeah, McCaffrey. Yeah, I'm not trading a day one, early day two pick to bring in McCaffrey for him to hurt his ankle and miss 8-9 games next season. I just don't see the point. Like, what are you doing? Like, and again, don't get me wrong.
And pay him like $14 million.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. We could draft someone, and we could draft a running back in the first round, and they could go down in preseason. If that happens, it won't be because I've got their jersey. I've done it once to McKillen. It ain't happening again. So, listen, it's any high value trades for me anyway has to be offensive line. Like, that's where that pick 29 to me has to be offensive line. Like I said before, it means that I probably don't have to record a podcast at 5 a.m. after the draft, but it also means the Dolphins, and it's weird because the coaching staff we now have should be able to coach offensive line better than what we've had for years. But I also believe that let's stop playing around. Go and get a Teron Armstead, or if the Chiefs want to tag, Chiefs have got Orlando Brown. Yeah, if they want to tag him, then go get him. Play him out on right tackle. So
hold up, Orlando Brown left Baltimore because he was playing right tackle and didn't want to play right tackle, and then he went to KC to play left tackle. So the thing about Orlando Brown is, if it was a money thing, like, hey, I want to play left tackle because of the money, or if it was a comfort thing, if he wanted to go for comfort and money, that's not going to work. But if he says, yo, yeah, if you pay me like a left tackle to play right tackle, he'll play. He used to play right tackle too, so he was good on both sides. Now that's great, but he might not want to play right tackle because he feels like, yo, I wasn't that good at right tackle, so I don't want to play right tackle anymore. So that's something to be concerned about.
Yeah, that's true. Do you want to have the Miami Dolphins conversation now, or save it for later?
You know what? Let's get to that. I'm gonna tell you what I think about Saquon and CMC real quick. Hold that thought. McCaffrey is a no-go for me. He costs too much, and you probably have to give up a 1 or 2, or even a 3. I'm not interested in giving up anything and all that money, and you're injury prone. So it's a no for me, dogs. But Barkley, on the other hand, I am the president of the Do Not Pay Running Backs Committee. That's me. You should be able to find a running back. And you heard me say this on this podcast a million times before. The first thing you do in learning how to play football at 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, the first thing you do is learn how to hold the ball and run with the ball. Whether you're overweight, underweight, never going to play football ever, the first thing you do is put the ball in your hand and pretend like you're a running back. You should be able to find running backs, bro. San Fran did it all the time. Matter of fact, Savon Ahmed was undrafted and went to San Fran. So it's funny that McDaniel is going to be here and Ahmed is on his roster. I don't think he makes it, but it's funny to see. I would like to see what's going to happen there. But I imagine McDaniel knows what he's looking for in a running back, and all of his running backs are usually 5'11 plus, 215 plus too. So I'm interested to see what they're going to bring in the building. I think Jared Dokes is actually what he's looking at like, but they still need real bodies, like people who's going to touch the ball at least 17 times a game. So here's my thing. I'm interested in Saquon Barkley, although I'm the president of the Don't Pay the Running Back Committee. I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you now play DB and you're going to backpedal.
No, I didn't. I never said pay him though. See, how about you just let me talk and I could explain? I didn't say let's pay Saquon Barkley. Now here's the thing: Saquon is on his 5th year option. This is 5th year option, and he's gonna get $7 million before Alex Perez hits me in the dome. Let me stat check. You know what I'm saying? I can't have everybody come at my dome again. You feel me? Hold on. Let's get this right real quick. So Saquon Barkley with Brian Dable, by the way, like that's not gonna be cool for Brian. Like dog's gonna be like, man, I'm really trying to come in here with all my weapons, not just depleted offense and then have to build it. But anyway, Saquon Barkley is going into his 5th year option, right? And on his 5th year option, he's only making $7 million. Cool. Now, what were we going to pay Fournette or James Conner, or one of these other middle of the road running backs? Probably about $5 to $7 million. 5 to 8, probably. Saquon makes that right now. This year, he's on the last year of his deal, and it's going to be $7 million. This is what I propose. You trade a 3 for Saquon Barkley, maybe more. It could be a 3 and a 5, 3 and a next year 4. I don't care. Not too much in one draft, and not too much, not too high. So what you do, in my opinion, is you trade a 3 for Saquon Barkley, since he's technically a quote unquote rental. Then you let him play on that 5th year option. Now you have him in our system. He's playing for a contract. It's his contract year. We should get the best Saquon Barkley there is this year, right? Once he performs, you tag him next year. Like, oh, you only played 1 healthy season your whole life. We're not going to give you the bread yet. We're going to tag you next year. So now you tag Saquon. Let's just say the tag is about $13 million. I think the tag is $12 million this year for running backs. So we'll call it 13.5. Even let's go 14. We'll just call it 14. The tag is $14 million next year. Saquon actually performs to where you actually want him. Now, if he don't perform, Kadeem, you just let him walk. He was on his 5th year option. You lost a 3 or a 4, or a 3 and a 4, or a 3 and a 5, and it was for Saquon Barkley. He got hurt again. We can't do it. But that was for $7 million. You're gonna pay Fournette $7 million anyway. So you got Saquon Barkley out of it. You hope he could have been a long-term solution, but turns out he got hurt again. But if he performs, Kadeem, we're going deep in the playoffs. If Saquon is healthy and you have your line right and you got a couple weapons now, you're going deep in the playoffs. Saquon performs, you say, all right, we're going to tag you next year now. So now you tag him, he gets 13 and a half, whatever. So for 2 years, you have Saquon Barkley for an average of $10 million a year. I like it. So now you already know we're going to the Super Bowl by 2024. We're already in there. We got our running back. But if it doesn't work, you can walk away with no strings attached. You only paid them $7 this year, and if you kept him for next year, you only tagged them. So you don't really commit to Saquon, but you have options to get out of it. And that's what I would do with the Saquon Barkley conversation. I am intrigued by it if you don't have to give up too much for him. So, but when it does come time to pay him, I'm still not paying him, bro. Like, I'm not paying, dog. Like, I'll tag him twice if I have to, and then let him walk after the 3rd year. And then you have Saquon Barkley for, what's that, 26, $33 million. So it'll be still an average of $10 million a year. Saquon Barkley, 3 years, $10 million a year. And then you let him walk. But we don't have to go there. I was just wanted to see what you thought of Saquon Barkley or CMC. I'm interested in Saquon. I'm not interested in McCaffrey, though. But you want to do the Learn Me Tunsil thing, or you want to tell us what you want to do with Gesicki? What are you going to do with him? Because I'll tell you what I would do with him.
I'm paying him.
So you just gonna give him the whole deal today, like this year?
Yeah. And again, that's because he has performed. People are annoyed he hasn't performed like a George Kittle or Rob Gronkowski, knowing that he was never going to be that. Again, he was someone who, coming out of college, was a great pass catching tight end, but not a great blocker. So if he's performing the way we all thought he was going to perform, why are you asking him to do extra? Now, again, you can say, well, your tight end should be able to block. Then go find yourself a blocking tight end, and when he runs around and drops the ball, then you'll be like, well, why can't you catch? Listen, we would love a George Kittle, a Rob Gronkowski, a Mark Andrews, all these kind of guys. I get it, fair enough, but that's not Gronk, and that's not Gesicki, and to not pay him for not being George Kittle is stupid. I'm sorry.
So he could come back and beat you down during the season.
You know
like
what? It's
on another team too.
You know what? To me, it's not even about that. It's just about, why are you letting a good player leave the building? Because he's not a great player, and if anything, he is a great player. Like this is when it's the whole, why isn't my cat barking like a dog? Because you got yourself a cat. That's why it's not barking like a dog. So when you ask why isn't Mike Gesicki not blocking, because again, one of the issues I had about Adam Gase was him asking Mike Gesicki to block. And then going, dude, you're doing a bad job. It's like, big man, I told you, like, if you put me there and say, Kadeem, block anyone, I can block you because you're skinny, and the moment I put my hands on you, your shoulder's going to dislocate, and you're in hospital.
Are you
But
finished?
outside of
You done?
if you finish, I'll be finished. But yeah, listen, like, this is just one of those things where he's a big, fast, pass catching tight end / big, fast slot wide receiver. So just pay him. Like, if you want to tag him, then fair enough. But for me, it's a matter of, you've done what we asked you to do under a different regime, or if anything, under 2 regimes, and let's not mess around. If we were truly against the cap, I'll go, do you know what? Okay, fair enough. You have decisions to make. But given the cap space Miami have, there shouldn't be one of those issues where trying to work out who to keep. And the one thing Chris Greer is really good at doing is signing players to contracts which don't cripple the team. So if you want to sign Gesicki to a 4-year contract, which you can get out of in 2 years, then do it. Like, no, why is it an issue? This is someone who wants to be in Miami, is, from what we see, is well liked by the players, and someone I've spoken to. Like, why are you letting this guy leave for? And yeah, I said it like that. Like, this is one of the few Dolphin players that I got to spoke to this year. So, no, to me, it's like, listen, it wouldn't be a disaster to let him leave.
Who else did you talk to this year? You talked to Mike, talked to Waddle.
Yeah, Mike, Waddle, Tua,
Flo.
Yeah, Flo, Ogba, and Baker.
Not Chris though. Christian. He was there.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Thinking like, yeah, there was one person I didn't speak to. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was probably Christian there. It was probably Christian there. Damn.
Yeah.
You gotta have an Ogba talk too. But nah, I feel you though, Kadeem. Now, my thing is, bro, I want to pay him. I really do. Like, he's more deserving than, who knows, like, maybe everybody else on the team. He deserves it more than anybody else.
I think Ogba's the only one you could probably say you're definitely going to keep. But even
no. I'm not definitely keeping Ogba though. No, I'm not.
Why?
See, here's my thing. See, Kadeem, you want to pay Mike Gesicki this year. My thing is, if I tag Mike Gesicki this year, I don't have to pay him. Now, look, let's be very clear. I want Mike Gesicki to be a Dolphin for the rest of his career. I don't ever want him to go and to be in another uniform. I love Mike Gesicki. But business says, okay, I need to build the best team that I possibly can. And building the best team you possibly can for this season means you tag Mike Gesicki because you have more money to spend elsewhere. Now, if you're going to pay Ogba, you definitely should tag Mike Gesicki. Or else, here's my thing. With the money we're going to have, you could probably go get 4 big players on big contracts, and then you still have little money for other little moves. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, but who?
All right, so this is my thing. I was going to ask you the same thing. So if you're going to sign Agba and you're going to sign Gesicki, who are the other two people you're going to go get?
My thing with this is that every single year there's players who, like, in January, February, we must sign them in free agency, and then they end up staying where they are. So why am I letting players leave to bring in players who might never be actually available? The way I would go about it is I'm going into free agency knowing what I need to get. And if I go into free agency knowing that I need to get potentially a tight end and a defensive end because I've let two guys walk out of the building who have been productive in my system, then I kind of feel like, me personally, I've done a bad job. Like, there's no point in saving cap space for a Allen Robinson who might never hit free agency or who could be gone before.
Allen Robinson is definitely hitting free agency this year. 1,000,000%.
Okay, but at the same time, the Bears might tag him and trade him, and then before you know, it's like, oh snap, we missed that. Like all of a sudden, you've let Gesicki walk to go Allen Robinson, and he never hit free agency.
No. Hold on.
No. I'm not saying that's what you do, but I'm saying, like, I use that name as an example because, again, there will be people saying, let's not sign this player because we can get this player in free agency, but we don't know right now whether that person can be in free agency. Now, if you want to turn around to these guys and say, listen, we want to keep you, but we also understand that as professionals and humans and as people, you want to see what the best deal out is there. So go out there, but this is the offer that we are. This is the contract that we're going to offer you. It's on the table now. You don't have to sign it. Go out there, and if you get better, we understand. Thank you very much. That's one way you could go about it. I'm not that kind of person. If you can get the deal done before free agency, then yeah. And okay, it might mean that you, like you said, instead of signing 4 guys at free agency, you only signed 2 because you kept 2. But I'm still going to free agency with at least 1 offensive lineman. And I say at least 1 because I'm coming out with 2.
Hold on. So you could get, realistically, you can afford, with the cap space that we have, 4 big contracts. So if one of your big contracts is Mike Gesicki,
I'm not signing to a big contract. Okay, what do we call a big contract?
Over 13 a year.
You don't think he signs? So what do you think he would sign elsewhere, or in the building? I guess.
What do you Goddard think just got? Stat check, fact check. Didn't Goddard just get like 15?
I'm quickly looking it up because I read an article which I think I've still got up. It basically says where he would fit in if you pay him something. But keep going while I find it out.
No, I'll pull up Goddard too, by the way. So if you could afford $12 to $13 million per contract, that's big. That's 4 players. So now that's 24. That's 48 million. And then you got to have enough space for your rookies, and then you're gonna have little contracts like a backup quarterback, a running back, and special teams type stuff. So 4 contracts, about 12 million a piece, or in the 12 million range. Maybe you pay 115 and the other 110, but you can afford 4 like big contracts. I'm pull up Dallas Goedert real quick. What were you looking up, Kadeem?
So I read an article which says how much Mike Gesicki could potentially earn on the free market, but we have
on the free market, we ain't got to look that up. He's gonna get like 15 on the free market, bro. He's gonna get at least 15 or around 15 on the free market.
So tight end top contracts. So you think he'll earn around 15 on the free market? Yeah.
Dallas Goedert is making 14 a year. Dallas Goedert just signed this contract.
Okay, let's have a look. So I'm looking at. Okay, what I'm looking at does not say that at all.
What's you know what? Pull it up.
Yeah.
Highest paid tight ends. Highest paid tight ends.
Salary rankings. So this is what they're going to earn in 2023, not even 2022. This is 2023. As you can see, tight end cap hit rankings. Dallas Goedert isn't top 5.
So if you pull up the logistics
They're-
of his contract,
They're Dallas.
for this year, he's making $4 million this year, but every year after that, he makes $14 million.
Okay, so
So you
2022.
got to project for the years after.
And
So-
that's, again, hold on. That's what I was on. I was on 2020. I was on 2023. I was on 2023. 2023. He comes in at 14.
All right. So look, we'll go to what we got to put names on this. What site is that?
Sporttrack.com.
I'm on SportTrack, bro. I'm on SportTrack right now.
Dude, okay, I'm on Sporttrack. Top salaries, NFL salary rankings, 2020. It was 2024, but no, 2023.
I know what you're looking at. Kadeem. You're looking at the cap hit. That's the cap hit. Go to yearly cash. You see how it say cap hits right there in the middle of the screen?
Yep.
Yeah, go to yearly cash.
I've got total cash.
Or what are the options that you could go
Total cash, base salaries, signing cash, roster, options, restructure, workout incentive.
Hold on, say it again.
So 2023 cash, total cash,
Yeah, go ahead.
base salary, total cash.
Let's see what total cash says. It doesn't say yearly cash.
Okay, so yeah, now it says Dallas got it at the top.
Oh, so Touche kind of do know what he's talking about then. He kind of knows what he's talking about.
That's cool.
I'm just saying.
So you reckon that Mike Gesicki will become the highest paid tight end?
For now, yeah. He's going to reset the market, and then Kittle is going to get his, and it's going to reset, and then Kelsey's going to reset, and then, yeah, for sure. And
I don't. Listen,
cool. You know
I
what?
love Mike. I don't think Mike resets the market.
That's fair. So if he's not going to reset the market at 15, he's not going to at least get 12 or 13?
But Miami can pay him 12 or 13.
All right, so that's a big contract.
I guess so.
All right, so Mike Gesicki is one of your big contracts. Agba's going to be another one, you said, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's 2. So you want to go get a lineman though, right? We don't have to give a name, but you're going to want to go get a lineman, right?
Yep.
What position?
Hold on. So before we get to that, I'm now looking at, as you can see on screen, this is defensive end cash rankings, total cash. Where do you think Ogba fits into all of this?
Bro, listen, Agba's cool, bro. He's not that dude though.
Yeah,
he's kind of that dude, but he's not really like, he's not DeMarcus Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? So I think Agba's gonna come between 13 and 17.
So we're looking at what, 5.5 and 3.5 according to Sporttrack, yeah.
Hey, Daniil Hunter is gonna reset the market, bro.
But I'm not talking about Daniil Hunter. I'm talking about Ogba right now. So
okay, so Agba right now, if we pay Agba right now, he's gonna demand $13 to $17 million a year,
which will put him what, like 13? So that's between 4 and yeah. Listen, I still think I would have to go to, pen, paper, calculator, and kind of work out.
I get it. I'm just saying, if we want the best team possible, so let's say, okay, you still got 2 more. So you're gonna go get 2 O linemen and Agba and Gesicki. Okay, that's cool. I'd rather go 2 O linemen, a receiver, and now with the cap, where we franchise tag Gesicki, we only got to pay him 10 this year. So that saves me like anywhere from 2 to 5. 2 to 5 million.
Oh, hold on. What's that?
Go
Jesse
ahead.
Davis just got cut. There's your 2 to 5 million. There we go.
Yeah. So look, so I'm still saying, so look, this is the cap. So if we're being what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm thinking frugal, but I don't think you mean frugal.
No. Not specific. But if we're just being exact, right? Our cap number is like 68 million before all the cuts. And then once we move on from cutting people and letting people go and releasing people, all other good stuff, it's going to come up to high 70s. So this is those numbers don't matter right now. I'm just talking about the meat and potatoes. You still can only afford 4 real contracts, 4 big contracts, and then you still got to pay your rookies, and then you could go get a backup quarterback, and you could go get a running back, and you could probably go get another position too. So, but you're still only going to get 4 big contracts. So if Mike Gesicki is going to be one of those 4 big contracts, I just feel like you could just pay him 10 this year, and you could still go get 4 big contracts if you pay Mike 10 this year on the cap, on the salary cap, on the tag. My fault. It's like a cheat code, bro. You're like, oh, I could pay Mike 10, and I could still go get 4 people.
I get that, and I just listen. There's obviously guys we want in free agency. I'm looking at the list right now. You're going to want to be in the market for an Allen Robinson. You're going to be in the market for a Teron Armstead. Like to me, Armstead is the guy you probably go out and make sure you go and get. You're gonna want to be in the market for. Actually, I saw it. A Lake and Tomlinson from the 49ers is someone who comes up quite a lot. There was someone who just fallen out of his team. Is it Brandon Scherf from Washington?
Yeah, I thought he's a guard though.
Yeah, but I think there's people saying that his time in Washington seems to be up. But again,
yeah, but I still think he's a guard though.
Oh, he is. But then again, that comes down to what's the offensive line going to look like.
All right, so
that's what I want to do in bonus time.
Oh, you want to talk about the line and bonus time? You said
in bonus time, yeah.
All right. Damn, I had something else though. Hey, you heard what Sam Madison said? You heard what Mike McDaniel said about the older coaches?
Listen, Wes Welker v. Sam Madison and Pat Surtain is going to be a very interesting ongoing battle. Just don't do a Charlie Touche and just get hurt on the first play.
But I was on an all-star team, bro. Like I came off the bench in that game. We won the game 1-0.
Sorry. You came off the what? Sorry.
I came off the bench.
And where did you end the night?
In victory lane, celebrating with my teammates. We won 1-0. My run was the run that won the game, bro. 1-0.
Okay. Where did you end the night? Might have been on victory lane, but how did you get to victory lane? What did you go via?
I went to the hospital first.
Okay, cool.
But it's cool though, because I did what I had to do to win the game, bro. You play to win the game. Herm Edwards. I'm just saying, bro. Like Devin, we won it.
Listen, in free agency, no team picking you up because you can't stay healthy.
Bro, I'm a team player, bro. But my one, if we won the game 1-0. My run won us the game, bro. Had it not been for that run, we wouldn't have won the championship.
So then so that's fair. Do you keep Preston Williams around?
No, he's out of here.
Why?
Because he don't perform. I perform, bro. There's a difference between he's always hurt and doesn't perform. And you make it seem like I'm injury prone.
Are you not?
Nah, I just got hurt before. I'm not injury prone.
Okay, cool. I'm sure Preston Williams said the exact same thing. He's not injury prone.
Preston Williams is always hurt. He's always hurt. I'm not always hurt.
No, but the thing is, it's not like he's getting. You know what? This comes into the whole.
If you miss 8 games a year, you're always hurt, bro.
But it's not like he misses like 1 and then plays 2, and then these are serious injuries.
Yeah, so he's always hurt. So he's always hurt.
It's 2 years.
It's 3 years actually.
Is it 3?
Yeah, every year he got hurt. The first 2 years he played 8 games, and then this year I don't even know what he played this 2021 season.
Wow, That's only been with us for he's only been with us for 2 years.
Pull it up. Hey, screen share so we can all see it together. How about that?
Yeah, I will. I'm just gonna don't use Wikipedia.
This guy.
Yeah. No, seriously,
no, it's cool. I'm just gonna talk over so we could
right. So I clicked off. I don't know what it's gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see it with you.
Hey, close your DM so we don't see nothing.
Dude, it's ESPN. Like, I don't have DMs on ESPN.
Hey, I don't know what you got going on, bro.
So ESP, Preston Williams stats.
Oh,
3 years.
19, 20,
How
21.
has he only played
8 games
games.
every year. I told you, dog. Look, fool. Hey, yo, bro, you be trying me, bro. There's a reason we a team, Kadeem. Like, bro, I know what I be talking about, bro.
It legit feels like 2 years.
2000. For those listening to the audio version, we put it up. We got. Y'all go to the YouTube so y'all can see the visual. At Go Time Dolphins, share, like, and subscribe. 2019, Preston Williams played 8 games. 2020, Preston Williams played 8 games. 2021, Preston Williams, stop me when you heard this before, played 8 games. The man don't play over 8 games, bro. Yeah, I'm out of here. That's my time. I'll see y'all. I'm out of here. I'm telling you, bro, the man's that's always hurt. Don't compare me to Preston Williams, bro.
That's cool. That's fine.
Compare me to like William Fuller. That's fair.
No.
William Fuller is fair. Like, yo, I still be balling. What? When William Fuller was in the Texans and he was always hurt, he was always balling though. He always balled, bro.
Listen, the Will Fuller I know is the one that's in Miami right now.
That's fair. Don't compare me to that William Fuller. Hey, see, that's the dreadless William Fuller. Compare me to the one with dreads. Like the Samson with dreads and Samson without dreads. Those 2 different Samsons.
No, see, to me, you're still Devontae Parker. You come, you do your thing, you ball out. We want to extend you, want to keep you around for life. But there's too many episodes where you're just like, where's Charlie? Okay, then you've got to do a solo again because Charlie's that. No, dude. Don't know, bro, me. Go, listen. Fact check. Go back and look at the episodes where it's just Kadeem, or it's Kadeem and Steve, or Kadeem and Chris, or Kadeem and 5-Yard Lee. Because where's Charlie? Oh, there we go.
That's what you want to go with, bro?
Listen, COVID knocks me out for a week.
Hey, it almost knocked me out for life. It almost say you checking out. He almost clocked me out, boy. I'm just saying, bro. It hit different, bro. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm still coughing up COVID still. I got to put it on mute every time I cough.
That's why I said to Devontae Parker, because you're still here.
No. That's one season, though. That's one season, though, bro.
Listen, Will Fuller got hurt and never came back. You're still playing hurt.
I'm performing, though. Parker don't perform either. When the last Parker listen, Parker think he's slick. Parker had one good season, and all the other spotty Parker play is when the game is out of proportion. Like, bro, we don't even need you to ball no more. And he start grabbing one-handed, falling out of bounds type passes, like when the game is out of reach. Like Parker think Parker's pad stats. Parker's a pad statter, a stat pattern.
Stephon Gilmore hasn't been the same since Devontae Parker just slapped him up and down the field.
Yeah, that's fair. That's cool too. That was that year that he balled. Cool.
He used to have some nice games, nice touches against the Jets, I think it was this season. But again, I guess
Parker's a fraud. I got something. I've been working on.
By the way, I'm not calling you a fraud. Listen. I said you're Devontae Parker. You said Devontae Parker's a fraud. I'm just saying that you're still here. You're playing hurt. You're playing injured. But you got some nice moments.
Bro. I got more than nice moments, bro.
Okay.
Like I'm Byron Leftwich playing on a hurt leg, running up and down the field. My lineman was carrying me. I was still balling, bro. You might be too young for that one.
Listen, we need more people to come at your dome and point out your mistakes.
Hey, I appreciate Alex Perez though. I do. Yeah, I still didn't even see it. Was that on Twitter? IG? What was that? Was that on YouTube?
No, on Twitter.
My bad. Yeah, hey, Alex Perez, I don't be on Twitter like that, bro. Sometimes you might catch me, but I don't be on Twitter like that. We about to get into bonus time though, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Jevon Holland giveaway. We gotta get the, you know what I'm saying, the Jevon Holland giveaway in here real quick on this side of the bonus time. So everyone knows Jevon Holland giveaway is a thing. Go time giveaway, another one. And the next question for the Jevon Holland giveaway is, who did he get his first career pro interception off of? That's it. Who did Jevon Holland pick off first in his career? Regular season. Remember, to win the giveaway, you have to send all 3 answers and a screenshot that you have subscribed to our YouTube to either at GoTimeDolphins@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter or IG at GoTimeDolphins. Y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For Kadeem Simmons, Kadeem's mom, I'm your handsome co-host, Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
And by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
Dude, that's moms. Like, let's not go to moms.
I'm just a handsome co-host. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I didn't say that. I only speak facts.
You let one comment go to your head. I ain't even gonna.
What are you talking about?
Listen, so my tweet of the day. As you can see from what's happening around the world on the right, that Ukraine-Russia situation is mental. But this is from Dan Jablonski. If I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. He's a reporter for Dolphins Talk and host of the Splash Zone podcast. Charlie, would you be okay with this offensive line this season, or the 2022 season, to run on to that left tackle?
I wouldn't. And
can for those who are listening to audio, I haven't even had a chance to say what the offensive line is, and they're already going, no. Can I finish? Can I make my point? Can I answer my question? Can I ask my question?
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. Let's run that back. Just for social media purposes, I apologize. We'll run it back. You can ask the question again. I'm the handsome co-host. I'll go to the not so attractive co-host. You know what I'm saying? And you could start over. Ask me again. I'm sorry.
So the adult who is able to grow a fully grown beard is going to ask the other adult who can't grow a fully grown beard. Would you be okay? Would you be okay with this offensive line in 2022? At left tackle, Teron Armstead. At left guard, Laken Tomlinson. At center, Michael Dieter. At right guard, Robert Hunt. And at right tackle, Liam Eichenberg.
Nah, and I'm gonna tell you why. Right tackle is my priority. All this, let's go get Laramie Tunsil again thing. I love Laramie Tunsil. Matter of fact, when is Laramie Tunsil Day? We have a holiday called Laramie Tunsil Day. We got to figure out what day it was. I think we got a day for it. We just got to make sure we don't miss it. But yeah, man. Nah, man. I'm not interested in making left tackle the priority, bro. And then we don't even our left guard. We still have Solomon Kinley, who was better than decent at left guard. We took out a struggling Austin Jackson, friend of the podcast. We moved him from left tackle to make him a left guard when our left guard was doing well. So I am still under the impression that we have a left guard. I don't understand why we need a left guard. We still have a left guard. Now, do we need a left tackle? Why we draft Liam Eichenberg? So Liam Eichenberg struggled at right tackle, went over the left tackle, didn't look that much better either. So his natural position is left tackle. So if Liam Eichenberg's natural position is left tackle, let him play left tackle and make right tackle the priority since we have a left-handed quarterback. I don't want to do this with people, bro. I don't want to do this, but we'll have to do it. It's cool. We got a platform. This is what I signed up for. If you drafted Liam Eichenberg to play right tackle, but his natural position is left tackle, okay, that was already an issue. But since our left tackle has regressed, Liam Eichenberg was enabled to play his natural position and still didn't look as good as we would have liked him to look at left tackle. Would you think Liam Eichenberg look decent at left tackle, Kadeem?
He looked better at left tackle than he did at right tackle.
Okay, that's fine. So we're going to keep Liam Eichenberg at left tackle with a better coaching staff, by the way. The whole O-line, this needs to be said. The entire O-line regressed except for Robert Hunt, who excelled. That is an indictment on the coaching. Now, it's not all on the coaching because you're a grown man. You're responsible for yourself. But when Isaiah Prince and Jermaine Illuminor could go start for playoff teams and Super Bowl teams, and your whole O-line regresses, there's an issue there. So you have Liam Eichenberg, a second-round pick who plays left tackle naturally. You have Solomon Kinley, who plays left guard naturally. You have Austin Jackson, who did not look bad his rookie season, but regressed his second season with a whole new coaching staff now. Austin Jackson is going to be able to fit at left tackle or left guard, maybe. Don't put my feet to the fire. Look, real talk. Don't come at my dome. But it's a new coaching staff. So then you have your Pro Bowl right guard who's going to be in the Pro Bowl next year, Robert Hunt. And then you need a right tackle. The priority is right tackle. You don't even have one. You have left guards and left tackles and right guards. Your center is not terrible, actually. Your center is not terrible. So you don't have a right tackle. Why is everyone saying, oh, let's go get Terron Armstead. Let's go get Lemmy Tunsil. Let's go get Brown. The only one is Brown, who I can see going to get if he's willing to play right tackle. So we need to make right tackle the priority. Now, my thing is, that's the only reason why the line, that's a decent line, though. Yeah, it's decent, but you have Liam Eichenberg playing right tackle who didn't look good at right tackle. So you still have you still have your worst hole on the line is the most important position on the line. Why would you want that as a coach or a fan? Why would you want the worst position on your line to be right tackle when your quarterback is left-handed?
But I think it's kind of contradictory to say that the whole line regressed and will get better with coaching, and then not give Liam Eichenberg that chance at right tackle to get better. Now, I understand that you can't gamble on the right tackle position because two are left-handed. But if the offensive line is going to get better, and that for whatever reason Liam Eichenberg played left tackle in college but was projected to play right tackle in the NFL, why not just then moving back to right tackle if you've already said that with better coaching he will improve? It's his second year, so you hope you make that second year jump. Plus, with better coaching, you might have your right tackle in the building. And I think why people want to get to run Armstead and play him at left tackle is because, yes, you might need a right tackle, but the moment you bring him into the building, he's your best left tackle. So why would you not go and get an amazing left tackle? Dude, you can't tell me that.
Why won't you just go get an amazing right tackle?
But this goes back to so I think the whole thing is that these are players who are available in free agency, hence why these are the guys.
Cool. So I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a question about Liam Eichenberg. It is Tua Tagovailoa's third season in the NFL, and we're still playing with his blind side with maybes. Oh, maybe Eichenberg will work out. That's what we're doing. Like this might be Tua's deciding year. For some people, it is. This is Tua's last year to make it happen. And you want to go on a maybe Eichenberg gets better at a position that's not his natural position? Nah. So yes, everyone should get better with a better coaching staff, but Eichenberg should play his natural position. Naturally, have him better at left tackle. So put Eichenberg at left tackle, put either Kinley or Jackson at left guard. Go get a center. I'm in favor of going to get a whole new center, a better center, and then go get a starting right tackle. So what I would like to do is to go get a starting right tackle and a starting center in free agency. Then in the draft, I'm still going to draft another right tackle because you need to have depth. And I don't want to pay this right tackle we're going to get all this cash. I don't want to do that right now. So yes, I have to do it because it's a need and we have to overpay for it. It's unfortunate.
But okay, so I'll do this with you. So there's no cheating, no, Kadeem trying to get one over on you. The reason those players were named on that offensive line because those are the guys who are going to be available in free agency. So, looking at the guys available in free agency who are right tackles, you've got, and I'll make it bigger just in case people can't see. You don't want people squinting. We have Trent Brown, Jermaine Ifedi, Morgan Moses, Mike Remmers, Bobby Massey, I can't see that one. Ty Nasiki, that's awful pronunciation. Dennis Kelly, Josh Ward, Bobby Hart. Most of these are like Jesse Davis level right tackles. So again, it goes back to the reason people have rejected that offensive line because those are the available guys. I would like to believe that if we could go and trade for anyone, then that line would look different. But the reason that line is projected the way it is because those are the available guys in free agency. So with that in mind, who's your right tackle next year? This is before you trade anyone. This is free agency only. Who's your right tackle next year if it's not Liam Eichenberg?
If we're playing this free agency only game, I'm drafting a right tackle.
But no. So you can't play the free agency right tackle game and then talk about the draft. It's free agency. We haven't got to the draft.
Then I don't have a right tackle. Like this is not. I'm not doing, bro. I don't have a right tackle.
But it's not. So okay. So the game which people are playing at the moment, is that there's no draft and you're starting the season having had a free agency. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your right tackle? You have to have a right tackle.
All right. So this is. I'm gonna play y'all game because Kadeem gets me to play these games, and I entertain the game. I actually do play them. But before I play y'all game, this is what I would actually do. I will go make sure I have a right tackle, whether it's by trading for one, whether it's hollowing at Orlando Brown to see if he's willing to play right tackle or not in free agency, or going to get Trenton Brown, which is okay. But I will still draft a right tackle. It has to happen.
Okay, but Charlie, I'm that person as well. I'm the person that's like, dude, I'm trading for a right tackle. But we're not playing that game. We're playing who's your right tackle.
So Trenton Brown is my right tackle then.
Really? Yeah, guess so.
Y'all made me play the game. I don't want to play the game. Like it is what it is.
No, I'm just like that game that people are playing. You know, same way it's the game which ends up having Allen Robinson, you know, as the wide receiver and all that kind of stuff. It's like if in an ideal world you go and get a Cooper Cup or something like that.
No, it's not. That's not realistic though. When we talking about realistically, Allen Robinson could be your receiver, bro. That's realistic.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like the game or the scenario in which you go and draft a right tackle or you trade for one, then. Okay, yeah, you've got the realistic version. You've got the I'm playing Madden. I'm the GM of all 32 teams. I can do what I want, but I can see the logical thought behind Liam Eichenberg at right tackle. And yes, I understand. Let me finish. Yes, I understand that in his rookie season, him at right tackle wasn't pretty. I totally get that. But to me, you can't write off the entire. You can't give everyone a mulligan and say, do you know what? Yes, bad coaching. You guys are going to improve, but I'm not going to give Liam Eichenberg the chance to improve at right tackle because
why right tackle, not left tackle?
Because you've already got other guys there.
Who's there?
The guy we drafted at 18, Austin Jackson.
Oh, so all right. So you're starting Austin Jackson then?
Well, Austin Jackson can play left tackle. You can't play right tackle.
All right. So hold on. So what are you doing, Kadeem? How about that? Like you asked me what I'm doing in your game that you forced me to play. What are you doing in the game you forced me to play? What are you doing?
In the game that you started, tweet of the day was tweet of the day was
how did I start that?
Tweet of the day was your game, yes or no? That was your thing.
No. But you made me play this O-line game though.
Let's go back. Tweet of the day was your idea, yes or no?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So your idea, which I'm bringing, you know, the tweets and stuff like that. We sometimes it's me, sometimes it's you. This is one that I brought to the table. So your game, and I added the latest piece to the game. Where's the lie?
Didn't come with one, boy. Nah.
Where's the lie?
Nah. See, listen. All right, go ahead. Continue.
So would I be okay with Teron Armstead, Laken Tomlinson, Michael Dieter, Robert Hunt, and Lee Meichenberg? If that's what you're giving me, yes. Like you, before you give me the face, like you, there's questions that need to be asked. Like, well, hold on, yeah, what's happened to Austin Jackson? What's happened to Solomon Kinley? Because like you, I was like, yeah, 100%. Solomon Kinley did not deserve to lose his job, unless over the next few weeks we're going to hear that Solomon Kinley done some horrible, disgusting things that no one knows about. Yeah, I thought it was quite harsh that he lost his job, or his starting job. Who's someone who isn't really getting a mention right now is Robert Jones. Like, he looked good in the last game of the season. Someone who, okay, let's see if again better coaching. You know, he's been that year doing what we and I call him Mars Gaskin. He clearly wasn't the first person to do it, but you know, he's been that rookie year in the stands watching and stuff like that. I'm just, because I know this is one of those, if I don't have a ironclad argument, you're gonna be like, well, why didn't you say this? Why didn't you say that? So I'm gonna choose my words as perfectly as possible, and you're still going to lawyer your way through it, all that kind of stuff.
Handsome lawyer
with a beard I had when I was 12. Listen, I am of the, if you're the train driver, I'm the ticket collector. I'm on every single train with you. The 2022 Miami Dolphins must have a new starter at right tackle, 100%. And when I mean new starter, I mean someone who wasn't part of the team in 2022, not 2021. Yeah. If they don't go and get a new center, would I be angry? No. But I would like you to go and get a new center. So if I'm going to play the coaches improve the offensive line and what you're going to address, I'm having a combination. Just my starting left tackle and left guard are between Liam Eichenberg, Solomon Kinley, and Austin Jackson. Those three are going to have a legit battle in training camp. And to whoever plays the best individually and as a pair, because you might have a situation where, actually, I'm not going to get into the whole semantics, but between those three, those are the guys who I would like to see start on the left-hand side. Liam Eichenberg, Austin Jackson, and Solomon Kinley. At center, it's Michael Dieter / the guy I've traded for / drafted. Listen, if Tyler Linderbaum is there at 29, that piece is going to take about 3 seconds. Like, it'd be like, the Dolphins are on the clock, the Dolphins are selected. You might not even finish, the Dolphins are on the clock, because I am getting that pick in 100%. To me, he's one of those players who haven't finished the tape on him, but from everything I've seen and read so far, he's probably a top 5 / top 10 pick, and people are overthinking this. Dude, the guy's going to be an absolute stud. There's no way he falls to 29, but if he's somehow there, if a mysterious video ends up on Go Time Dolphins of him smoking weed or doing something really, really stupid, no comment. But center, we're trading for someone or drafting for someone. Right guard is the only position right now which is hands down already. There's no competition. Robert Hunt. And again, unless he comes to training camp and he's super overweight or done something, like, there has to be competition, but Robert Hunt is the only one who's penciled in as a starter right now. Friend of the podcast, Robert Hunt. And then right tackle, there's no way Jesse Davis, I can tell you that for a fact. It's someone, yeah, I'm trading for someone. And if you trade for someone and in some miracle way that Liam Eichenberg, that's Robert Jones, beats into the starting job, then so be it. But a very long-winded way of saying Eichenberg, I'll go with Eichenberg, Jackson, new center, Robert Hunt, new right tackle.
New center, new right tackle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm doing. However, there are under no circumstances will I even hit the draft without my O-line being fixed. I'm not even getting to the draft before my O-line is fixed. Just hoping that something happens in the draft where, I hope I could get this guard or this right tackle in the first. I'm not doing that. Or I hope I can get this center in the first. They should both be there. No, I'm not doing that either. Or there's this good dude that no one knows about that we could get him in the third round. I'm not doing that either. We cannot risk the worst O-line in the league, literally 32nd ranked O-line not being fixed because you couldn't fix it in a draft. What I'm doing is I'm going to go get the best right tackle. If I'm, first of all, I'm going to go trade for the right tackle. That's it. Straight up. It is what it is. I got to go get a right tackle to protect my franchise. If I'm not trading for a right tackle, I'm going to go get the best right tackle in free agency. Then I'm going to go get the best center in free agency. Bang, bang. Remember I said you can only afford 4 free agents, 4 big contracts. So you go get a right tackle, you go get a center. In my opinion, I'm going to go get a receiver, whether that's Chris Godwin or Allen Robinson or whoever is out there. I'm going to go get a receiver, a number 1. And my fourth big contract, I actually have Gesicki on the franchise tag at $10 million, so I could go get Gesicki. And if I really want to entertain something, I could go get a running back for $6 million because Gesicki is only getting 10 this year. Cool. When I get to the draft, I'm still drafting a right tackle because I don't want this right tackle on the, unless we traded for him. I'm cool with that. But if it's a free agent right tackle, I'm still going to draft a right tackle because he's the future. This free agent right tackle is not the future. He's just good enough to hold down the fort to bridge our franchise right tackle. And then I'm okay if we don't get a center. If we happen to not get a center, I'm okay with that. I really am. But I want to fix the entire O-line. And I 100% feel you what you said about the left side, which is Eichenberg and Austin Jackson need to fight it out at left tackle with this new coaching staff, and they can fix that. And the left guard should be Solomon Kinley. And if Austin Jackson doesn't win out at left tackle, then I don't see why he should win at left guard. But that's on the coaching staff. And that's how you fix the O-line before you even get to the draft. So ultimately, everything is actually fixed before you even got to the draft. You have a receiver, you have your O-line. The only thing you don't have anymore is a running back. You don't have a go-to running back before the draft. So now the draft can actually come to you now. Now you have all your picks and you could just, whoever is available, I could take the best available. I'm not trying to entertain, hey, we absolutely need to go get a receiver in the draft, or we absolutely need to go get a tackle in the draft. Nah, bro, I can't do that this year. Not on Tua's dollar. Not on Tua's time. Like, why would I do that? Why would I entertain Eichenberg again at right tackle? I don't want that. But that's where we are, bro.
Again, it just comes back to we all understand and accept that the coaching on the offensive line meant that players just looked worse than they did.
I agree.
So everyone gets a second chance apart from Liam Eichenberg at right tackle. And again, I understand the reason because you can't play with Tua's blindside. I totally understand that. 100% understand that. I just don't think listen, I wouldn't. Eichenberg was bad at right tackle. He wasn't as bad as Jesse Davis.
That's fair.
Jesse Davis, yeah. So
that's fair. But what you just said, I feel you, Kadeem, 100%. Because I was the one who said it, and you're the one who checked me on it. But I'll do this. I'll do you one better. Yes, he should get another look at right tackle. But if he's going to get another look at right tackle with the new coaching staff, why aren't we just letting Austin Jackson play at left tackle with the new coaching staff when Austin Jackson had a decent first year? So we don't have the luxury to wait and see what these boys are going to look with a new coaching staff. So it is unfortunate, but we have to make sure we hit now. So that's you make your bed, you got to sleep in it. And unfortunately, this is where we're at. We're not going to try Austin Jackson out again at left tackle, and we're not going to try Eichenberg again out at right tackle. In my opinion, we shouldn't try neither one of them out where they were. And it's unfortunate, but this is the bed we got to sleep in. And I think you got to go get a surefire right tackle and a surefire center, and you have Eichenberg and Austin Jackson fight it out at left tackle. Then your line is actually fixed, and then you can do all the. And not only is it fixed, Kadeem, you actually have depth now too. You're pretty deep on O-line too. You went from the worst O-line to the deepest probably O-line in the league. if you do it that way. And I'm fine with that. But it is what it is. Like, that's what happens. Before we go ahead.
No.
Before we go, Josh Boyer. I want to get it right.
Dude, we can't do Josh Boyer revealing mind-blowing stuff an hour and 29 minutes into the episode.
This is not. I didn't think this is mind-blowing. I thought this is not. We don't gotta stay on this.
Say it and I'll tell you why it's mind-blowing.
Barry Jackson tweeted, Josh Boyer confirms, as I previously reported, is what Barry Jackson is saying. Josh Boyer confirms, as I reported previously, that he called defensive plays every game last season. We ain't got to stay on that. This is 2 minutes.
No, you have to, because apparently he also called plays the season before as well, all season. So Josh Boyer has said he's called plays for the last 2 years, all season.
All right, let's start.
Yeah,
so hold on. I didn't know you wanted to go here, but I guess we gotta tease then. We'll talk about Josh Boyer saying he called plays on the next episode then.
And very quick. So apart from, you've got the rumor and the assumption that halfway through the season, Brian Flores took over play calls again.
Hold on. We're not doing this.
No. Let me finish. So you got that. You got Jevon Alexander's wife saying, "Dude, my guy's the reason why the defense turned around," and now you got Boyer saying this. That's why it's mind blowing, guys. We're gonna shoot off. It's a long episode. Go back and listen to the end of or before bonus time to hear the Jevon Holland. Yeah, Jevon Holland giveaway question number 2. The off season's coming thick and fast, and there is a lot to talk about.